After we shot the grizzly, after the airship crashed, after we lost the compass, after the radio went dead, we shot and ate the horses, we marched through deadly swamps, inside a limestone cave, I found a human skull. Yes, Mary, I found a human skull.
Okay.
What's going on?
Back again after 2 weeks. I am so refreshed from our vacation to Portland and Seattle to record the acoustic end of year album. Boy, it was really good.
It was I was sitting looking over the Puget Sound, and I could feel my back muscles unknot themselves. It was wild.
It was awesome, and I conjured up the spirits of all my former girlfriends from the area, and they all showed up one night, and we had dinner together on a big long table.
Really weird.
Yeah, in a punk house. We had a communal TVP and vegan macaroni and cheese. It was amazing.
It wasn't so much a long communal table as a bunch of IKEA dressers that were all pushed together. Somebody took their old Smurfs blanket from when they were a kid and fashioned a tablecloth out of it.
Someone dumpster dived a high school that was being renovated, and they took a bunch of desks and put them together and notched them together with artisanal boards.
It was super.
It was super, and then I came and everything was cool.
No problem.
That's if you didn't catch on by now, that's a bunch of bullshit. Last week we had I had a weird time, and
I actually did go on vacation.
And Andrew went on vacation. He said, "Fuck it, I'm going,"
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't. I sat back toiling, which is why I will die a rich man, Andrew, and you will die a fool.
That's without a doubt. There's no question about me dying a fool.
No, see, I'm pretty sure, Andrew, like there's going to be like a pig champion thing, where I'm going to be like that dude that kind of, and we used to be in a band together, but like 20 years from now, you're going to see you like on a fucking message board post that I died under a bridge, and you're gonna be like, oh my god,
you like fucking ate it in a thresher accident somewhere in the Midwest.
Yeah, I died in a fucking moped accident. It was tragic.
So what did I miss while I was gone? What's the excitement?
Well, the excitement is that I am officially somebody's boyfriend.
I saw that shit.
Oh boy.
You sold her hard on that shit, apparently.
I did sell her hard. Well, no, not really. It turns out we're kind of really similar, which sounds awful because one of me is already too much. So two of us is trouble.
That sounds super.
Sounds super. It turns out after she put them guards down, because when you just, but the thing that I kicked an old pro mode because I know when girls put them guards up. I'm not sure, and I'm not being cocky, but I just was, I was very, I don't know how to say it. I had a lot of perseverance, I guess.
You sure?
Are you sure? Are you really sure? No, I don't know. I was just that little persistent guy. And I said, hey, I really think we have a lot alike, and no one, there's not a lot of people in this town that I enjoy at all. And I think you're cool. So after a while, it worked out. So here we are.
She said, I really wish you wouldn't talk about me on your podcast. So the only way I can make this happen is to allow you entrance for a few weeks.
Entrance. No. The podcast hasn't really come up yet, but I'm sure.
That'll be a scream. I can't wait for that one.
I can't wait for that one. That'll be Overnight Drive 19 next week when she's like, so, you have a podcast? So I told her today. She's like, we had like plans, and I'm like, well, I'm going to be a little late because I got to do my podcast. First things first, prioritize. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm sure I'm going to be like, well, tell me about your podcast. But we're not Facebook friends, lurkers. So I think that as long as we remain outside of our Facebook realms, I think we'll be okay.
This is a strong
nightmare.
Foundation right here.
This has nightmare written all over it.
But how'd you guys meet? I lied about my podcast for about 8 weeks, and then I pretended to get cancer, and I guilted her into staying with me by making her think that I was dying.
Look, broke dick. Whose fucking side are you on, man? Damn.
I'm very happy. I can't wait.
Yeah, because it's just more fodder for the podcast. Whatever, man.
It's tremendous. Now we get to go on double date vacations.
I would love to do that. Oh, did you just do that?
No, I went on a solo date vacation. Well, solo with my girl, a single couple vacation.
Did you ask her to marry you?
I did not.
Okay.
I did ask her, do you want to wait in line for an hour and a half to get barbecue? And she said yes, 1,000 times yes.
Did you go to you went to Austin, Texas?
I went to Austin, yep.
Did you go to Thunderbird Burrito?
No, didn't do any of that shit. Well, not any of that shit, but no, we did not go to, I think it's Thunderbird Subs, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, Gabby got really, like, she just hated the concept of something called Thundercloud or Thunderbird Subs or some shit and just fucking shut it down.
Did you go to Stubbs Barbecue, man?
No, we went to Franklin Barbecue. It was pretty good. Waited online for an hour and a half. Man, people are severely nice down there. Like, really weirdly, like, off-puttingly nice. So you just feel like you're hanging out with people when you're online at this place to eat food. It's very, very weird.
Well, it's the epicenter of weird.
It is very weird.
Like, keep Austin weird, man. Don't step on the grass.
Mm-hmm. But it was dope, though. I liked it. It's a nice town. Got some killer menswear finds. I'm pretty excited.
A couple questions.
Oh yeah.
Did you get laid, bro?
I did.
Yes, that's awesome.
We had a fireplace in our room that we didn't use, but just I think being in the vicinity of the fireplace was enough to push it over the edge.
Buddy, you know it's game on. When you're on a couple's vacation, it can go one or two ways. You see nothing because you fucking all the time, or you see nothing because one of you wants to watch fucking TV and eat Domino's. And one of you wants to go on, like, a walking tour of the city. That's all.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
But no, it was pretty dope. I like Austin a lot. If anyone wants to give me a job down there, I'll consider moving.
You should work for South by Southwest.
Oh, yeah, that seems like a real good time.
A violently lucrative occupation.
It's funny. Everyone's like, so did you see any bands? And did we watch any music or anything? Like, fucking no, dick. Like, how many bands have I seen in my life? I could never see live music again and still see twice as many bands as most people I know. Like, yeah, I'm good on live music for a minute. Thank you, though.
I know. That's not the first thing. Admittedly, that's not the first thing I thought when you told me you go to Austin. I didn't even know, Andrew. I thought you were flying away for work. You didn't tell your homie where you were going.
No, I needed to get away from work. I got back and work was waiting for me.
Well, you got taken down low in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. I got taken down low in a crummy apartment in Albany.
Yeah, so you want to walk me through your week? It seems like you had a real pistol in your hands.
I will. I'm not one to kiss and tell, Andrew. So I will only say she is a very nice girl, and we're having a nice time together. I have had a few opportunities to be intimate. That's always nice. And I'm feeling prudish, so I won't say anything else.
Wow. Holy shit.
I know. She's got... it's not even she. I am feeling twinges of how I used to feel when I dated people, which is not good. I'm feeling like I'm fighting the urge to, like, keep tabs on her all day by texting and calling.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right.
I'm fighting the urge to... the problem, it's like I think bipolar may be worse than having herpes because it is something you carry with you forever, but there is and there's little you can do about it, but at least herpes you got it probably having some fun. Like, I got herpes, but I was having, I got some good jug off of it. Bipolar, I just woke up one day and said, wow, I should really quit the band and move in with somebody.
It probably happened a little earlier. We can actually blame you inhaling the smoke from that burning magazine. As,
the burning porno magazine.
Yeah, that just ate away at a certain part of your cerebral cortex.
Yeah, I'm dealing with it well, and I don't let on that I just kind of act. I would just kind of embrace my inner Ted Danson a little bit.
All right.
Where I'm like, what would Ted Danson do? And he'd probably, like, throw a bar towel up in the air. Mm-hmm. Or he'd be like a cool dude, I'm just trying to kind of invoke that. And it's working out well so far. I haven't been I haven't been a smothering weirdo yet.
Excellent.
So.
I would say homework assignment for you and for everyone else who's feeling weird. Anytime you get that weird urge, just do 30 push-ups. And then your mind will just be like, fuck it, I'm not going to think about weird shit anymore.
Yeah,
my arms hurt.
I would weigh like 150 pounds if that was the case. I got that urge going all day. But speaking of weight loss, I went vegan and for a month, and I lost 17 pounds.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. But, now I'm starting to creep back into, like, the old habits because I'm discovering, oh, my God, the Oreos are vegan? Fuck, I'm going to eat a whole box of Oreos. Fuck it, But it kind of forces me to be a little more cognizant of what I eat and to be a giant pussy about, like, going out with people. Like, I can't eat pizza. So it's cool, I guess. I mean, it's a desperate stab, I guess, for my part. It was a desperate stab to maybe be a little bit more interesting to people.
This was a social thing.
It was a social thing. But there's a burglar in my house. The dog is barking right now.
Sounds really good.
It's cool. It's fine. But it's not. I mean, I feel energized. I feel cool. I don't want to burn any meat trucks yet. I don't give a shit about that. But since I've been vegan, people have really asked me, like, what's next? You going to be straight edge again, dude? People have actually asked me that. And I said, no.
What?
I said, absolutely not. Never. No, never. And I didn't even think it was cute when they asked me.
After you become straight, are you going to find Allah again? Like, what? I don't want to have steak, man. Like, I don't want a burger. Like, why are you asking me about fucking Allah?
I noticed that my sexual performance has vastly increased and improved since I stopped eating meat.
I noticed that when I get off carbs, when I'm going really lean and mean, I feel like $1 million bucks, and then I have a pizza, and all of a sudden I'm back watching The Real World, just fucking laying there sweating.
I noticed that you skipped over the sexual aspect of that.
No, I'm good to go. You get me off the carbs, and I got stamina. I'm like a lion.
I never have stamina. If it's somebody I find attractive, it's like Mount Everest to keep from like ruining the time. So that's but I took my uncle's advice. I took your uncle's advice, make her come twice, and it totally works. It's great.
He really, he brought you to a special place.
Thanks, Uncle Jerry, wherever you are. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks.
Oh man. So what else happened this week? What do we got going on?
Margaret Thatcher died, and Sean Duty had a shit fit.
I can imagine. Sean Duty lit a candle somewhere.
Oh, well, the funny thing about Margaret Thatcher, we had one response from the Sean Duty dating game. So maybe she wins on default.
All right,
have to figure it out.
Well, we're 33.3% of the way there. We actually got 2 responses, but one was too far away to be considered.
Whoa. How far away?
Did you not, you didn't open the email?
No, I didn't get the email.
I'll forward this shit to you.
I want to read this real bad.
In the meantime, we got very little response from the Sean Duty dating game.
What does
thing.
that say? I think that says more about humanity than it does about Sean Duty.
I'd agree with that.
Because this motherfucker is laying it on the line for you assholes, you ingrates.
Sean Duty still hasn't said yes or no to this. In fact, I refuse to talk to him about it. I'm waiting for Sean Duty to come to me and be like, stop telling people.
I got a text. He says he's all go.
Is that right? No shit.
All go. So, I know we hammer the same thing every week, but, god damn, 2 people, 1 far away. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Can I read it out loud anyway? Can I just read this?
Go nuts.
Okay. This is the sad email. This is the level of sadness that we get. I don't particularly want to go on a date with Sean Duty, and Sean Duty wouldn't want to go on a date with moi. But I am willing to bet a fair sum of whatever it is y'all freaks collect that it would be a night Sean Duty will never, ever forget.
Agreed.
Damn. Okay. Now I'm Googling the area code.
Do you not know who this person is?
I don't know who this person is.
Oh, this whole time I thought it was somebody you knew. Oh, fuck. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got 2 responses then.
Okay, I have no idea who this is. And they're close enough. Okay, so we've got 2 people. We're in business for 2. Right.
I actually didn't respond. Now I feel like a dick. I got to respond and be like, hey, sorry. Thought you were somebody else.
I have no idea, although I'm frantically Googling who this person is right now. No, that person's from Montana. I hope everyone likes listening to. No, I don't know who this is. You know, whoever you are, we have your name here, obviously, but I'm not going to say it. Whoever the fuck you are, awesome.
Yeah.
Come and see us. All right, you're going to have the time of your life.
Well, that's really exciting, man. All right.
The problem is, you know, you're a little cocky emailer because you think that you have what it takes to beat the other two women out, to give Sean Duty a night of uninhibited passion.
This should be good. I'm very excited for this
because we're going to we're going to cover Sean Duty's sexual preferences, position choices. We're going to delve deep into what this man
what makes him tick,
what makes him tick, what gets his blood boiling, what gets his motor running. And once you hear this, you may be drawn so deeply into his hemisphere of depravity that you cannot escape.
But Sean Duty is not a quartz movement. He is all automatic. He is he has dials and gears back there when you take that back fucking panel off.
Yes, exactly. It's like when the Terminator gets a bullet wound in his arm, and he's performing self-surgery in the shitty motel room, and you see all you see is moving parts inside. That's it. That's all Sean Duty is. He's a machine. He's like RoboCop. He eats baby food and doesn't sleep.
Yeah, more or less.
Sean Duty, Murphy. Okay, so we're in for two. Thank God.
All right, 66.6% done.
Holy fuck! I'm gonna post it up too. We're 66.6. There has to be another woman. Although it might be. Maybe we could find a man too.
Yeah, we're looking in the wrong places here.
Maybe we're looking. Maybe we could get 66.6, and then we could get maybe we could pass the hat and get like a Backpage girl to show up.
Oh, that'd be a real scream, I'm sure. Do you have Skype? Oh, you don't have Skype. Oh, you don't have a computer? All right, shit.
What's going on, honey? Time is money.
Oh, you want to come over to my... Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You're going to lure a unsuspecting trick to your house and be like, hey, in lieu of having sex with you for money, we're going to submit you to a completely esoteric to you podcast. There's microphones, there's wine and cheese set up and beer. I bet she'd be into it. I bet she wouldn't charge us either.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We're going to start a Kickstarter for the third girl for the Sean Duty.
Yeah. Either way, the cock is 66.6% hard. Okay, we're going to do it like Hustler used to rate porno movies. It'd be like the cock is like half hard, or the cock is a quarter hard. The cock right now is 2/3 hard for whoever decides. Although after this rather stern, desperate talk up, this person may bail.
Yeah, well, I'll make that sound nicer somehow. I'll edit that a little bit.
Okay, good. Thank you, random person, for getting at us. Now we have two people who but a requirement is that you have to make it to New York on a certain date. And
we can do it over Skype. That's all. Then you gotta get here for the date, though.
Oh, I'll be here. I'm there.
Oh yeah, well, you're definitely gonna be here for the date.
Well, I got my car fixed, so we can do whatever.
I got mail. This is really exciting.
You're opening your mail.
I'm just opening my mail right now. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. Had
great.
another $1 million idea while I was on my way back.
Oh, wonderful!
Why don't we, through the magic of CGI and nostalgia and all this shit, why don't we have the Crypt Keeper host a game show? How good would that be? Like, had the Crypt Keeper with like the Bob Barker fucking microphone on the stick. Yeah, you have $300. Like, it's so good.
Wow, I love it, and I think it's $1 million idea.
I hope somebody at HBO is frantically running down a hall right now. We need to have the Crypt Keeper host Wipeout.
Perfect. And if the Crypt Keeper can't do it, then I'm sure Enrico Palazzo's available.
Yeah, either one way or the other. We're broke. Through the magic of CGI.
Hey, we've gone two podcasts in a row referencing Enrico Palazzo. So
I think we can go for 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on cloud 10, man. I'm on cloud 10. It's life is coming upon. I just found out on my job that my aforementioned promotion is on the horizon, close.
Dope.
Because I have, I drink way too much caffeine at work. So around 2:30, 3 o'clock, I get really, really anxious and tense. Not just because I'm a fucking weirdo, but because because I forget that I work with completely normal people who, like, for instance, get bummed out about the weather. Like, I don't know people who that happens to. We've all been through too much shit to be like, oh, it's raining. But these people haven't. These people went to college and then they got a job, and they're like, the biggest fucking drag is like, their kid lost the lacrosse game. That's like the big drag in their life. So everybody starts acting weird, and it's been really gloomy and doomy here and cold. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get fired. That's my thought process.
Jesus.
It's because I'm trying to, like, it's like a boat that's sinking, right? Now that I have a girlfriend, a woman, right?
I have for that other shoe to drop.
Yeah, I have to patch that part of the ship, and then everything else is leaking. Like, if I take care of my separation anxiety and make sure that she's not, never going to talk to me again, then I have to let the fear of getting fired go. So now I'm afraid of getting fired all the time. So it's pretty good.
This is wild ass.
It's really no. I'm really become a master of my own weird depressive ways. But it's cool because usually when I feel like that, I usually just come home and play a game called World of Tanks, which is like World of Warcraft, but based in World War II.
Of course, why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be? Yeah. So if anybody out there thought that I was cool for a second, I just erased that notion from your
World
life.
of Tanks. Fuck.
World of Tanks. Yeah, World of Tanks. Get in on it on the ground floor. It'll change your life. I'm playing the Nazi Party.
Of course.
Germans. Of course. I posted a picture of skinheads making out today on the Tumblr.
How'd that go over?
Really well. Somebody contacted me off Tumblr to express their disdain and disinterest.
Oh, that's really fantastic.
It's really good. One of our followers who has added me on Facebook, and not anybody from the UK or Australia because you guys fucking rule, but it was from a person from the United States. Is like, skinheads making out, fucked up. That's all they wrote.
What?
Well, skinheads making out happens.
It does happen, yeah.
More often than you think, and it is in no way fucked up. I actually think it's kind of hot. So,
what's wrong with these two finding love, man?
what's wrong with these and finding love in a fucking alley? Like the societal pressure has forced them into a fucking alley, and they have all of their clothes on. Fuck off.
It's you're so lucky when you find someone that you can share a common interest with, and then this fucking jerk off on Facebook has to fucking do jerk off shit all the time.
You know, Andrew, I think you're even luckier when you find somebody that you can find a condom interest in.
Oh, good.
Right? Am I right?
Oh, Christ.
Am I right? Last week I got my I got tested for all types of STDs.
How'd that go?
I don't know yet.
Oh, awesome. You must be flipping the fuck out.
Actually, I'm surprisingly calm because I have, in my last test, I came up completely scot-free.
Excellent.
And I don't think I've ever had a major STD.
All right.
That's a lie.
Oh.
But that's for another podcast. No, I'm just kidding. No, everything's cool. My doctor, I have a good relationship with my doctor, and he's like my age, but he's way more successful than me. So I'm like, cool, just like my boss, same thing.
That always feels good.
And he's like, hey, we got a preliminary test back, and before we mail anything out, if there's anything weird, I'll give you a call. He's like a real cool doctor, He talks like that. Like, I'm like, okay, dude. Like, cool, man. He's like, yeah, I'll give you a call. We can have a talk about it. And he hasn't called me. He hasn't called me, so I think I'm in the clear.
All right, not bad.
But in the meantime, I'm wearing condoms.
I've been following the life and times of Pedro Zamora via Hulu and Real World Season 3. And I'm convinced everyone I know has HIV now, so that's good news.
Oh, you're like 2003 me when I was convinced I had HIV. And I when I moved into that apartment on Delaware Avenue,
Weren't you convinced you had it for a year, even after multiple tests said you didn't?
Yeah. No,
I
I spent upwards of $700 on multiple HIV and STD tests because I was that paranoid.
Yeah, like you were bordering on having like Qatar syndrome, where you assumed that you were dead.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's I blame the media for fucking driving it down my throat that everybody's got it. So whatever, dude. No, I don't know, man. I've come a long way, as they say, and I feel like Ellen DeGeneres. I've shed my I've shed my fucking woes.
Interesting.
Whatever.
You went to Ellen DeGeneres first, but fuck, whatever works for you. Not my first or even fifth choice, but you went your own way.
I feel like Ellen, where all I want to do is dance, man. I feel just like Ellen DeGeneres. I just want to put quinoa in my rice cooker, the little grate thing on top, and then put tofu on top of that, and then close the lid and cook that shit. That's what I want to do.
All right.
And then I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. The relationship stuff has me stressed out, but it's cool. Whatever. No one's writing me fucking emails wanting to fuck me. Fucking Sean Duty gets a fucking email. Fuck him, man. Pisses me off. Man.
Do you want to do a dating game? We'll switch it around.
No, we won't do a dating game because I'll clean that shit up. I'll just be like, well, obviously you guys can't decide, so why don't all four of us coalesce in a ball of human lust?
Why don't we all take a road trip in an RV together?
Yeah. Whoops, out of gas. Damn. I've only got enough gas to keep the engine running and the heat on.
Fuck. You want to get into some Tumblr questions?
Yeah, let's do it. Now that we've grossed everybody out. Wow.
I haven't really opened Tumblr. I really went off the grid this week, so a lot of this is going to be new to me.
Great question to start, and it will open up probably a lot. Let's see. I've made it a point. Sansedres. S-A-N. Sansendres. I'm really bad at this. Plus, I can't really speak because of my meds. Sansedres asked us, have you ever gambled and lost? Either wet farts or just in terms of general life struggles?
I almost exclusively gamble and lose.
Oh, my God. I've gotten to this point in my life really gambling and lost. I gambled and lost on grad school. I gambled and lost on love, relationships, life. Gambled and lost on a ton of different things. I gambled and lost on declining a invitation to Syracuse University when I played high school football to try out for scouts, and I probably would have gotten in. Gambled and lost on declining a opportunity to be a photographic assistant to this person that was just starting out in New York, who ended up being one of the premier fashion photographers in New York City.
Tremendous.
Awesome. I gambled and lost on taking out a wild amount of student loans and overages that I'll never pay back in my life. And gambled and lost on quitting my job to go back to school, even though I would have basically had a job for life. Yeah.
And here we are.
And you know what? I sleep like a fucking baby at night because you know what? All that shit gave me a lot of wisdom. And I probably wouldn't be the person I am now. I gambled and lost on leaving the tour and thinking I could still come back to the band. Big time gamble and lost.
Always comes back there.
Yeah, it does. That's like the biggest gamble and loss ever. But whatever. I would have missed out on having my face on the cover of a 7-inch. It would have been amazing.
We can still make that happen. I wouldn't worry too much on that.
Sure. Okay, good. Yeah, a lot of gambles and losses. I know, Andrew, you have a ton.
Yeah, I don't like to gamble unless I can almost assuredly lose. But I don't like to do things that are skill based. I only like to do things that are like danger based and generally detrimental to my life. But I try not to catalog failures, though. Like, you just rattled off a bunch of shit that I wouldn't even consider failures, but you just cataloged a bunch of shit.
Well,
I forget everything. I don't remember
Andrew,
anything.
Only if I'm asked. I forget all that shit. You gotta forget, okay? You gotta learn from that shit. Because I know a lot of people who are listening right now are like, oh, I got a fucking tough deal. Fucking hard. Only thing that makes me feel better is fucking listen to hardcore music and shit. Cool, whatever. None of that shit's that bad, and you should learn from your failures and then forget them immediately. How about that? Because if honestly, like, the girl or the guy out there who's like, I just went through a really bad breakup, and someone's like, oh, when'd you guys break up? Like September.
Whoa.
Okay. Like, unless you have like a fucking like literally a like Pope-sized effigy of them in their backyard, and you burn candles around them every fucking day and night, which is essentially what you're doing in your head. Hey, it's okay.
Let's be honest, dude. That's a form of stalking. Like, even if this girl's long gone, you haven't seen her in months, you're still doing some shit. You're, like, doing low-key, fucking low-fever aspirin-style stalking.
Yeah, like, well, we're cool. We stayed Facebook friends, and you're on that fucking Facebook every night. Who the fuck is John? Who the fuck is this guy? You know, you send, like, the exploratory G-chat at 2 in the morning on a fucking Sunday morning,
What are you
Saturday
doing?
night. Hey, what's up? Hey, what are you doing? No, dude, that's a bad look, okay? And I know I hammer this all the time. I want you to check world population figures, first of all. This helped me out a ton, because you see how many people there are in this universe?
Yeah.
There's got to be another dude who wears, like, band shirts that you can date for 6 months. You know what I mean? Honestly, there's got to be another girl who wears those, like, cute tights you like. You know, whatever. Okay? Honestly, whatever. All right? You're in love with an idea at this point in your life. No, this is a beautiful girl who likes to do me, and then we can listen to Promise Ring together, and it's amazing. You know?
You know what? I gotta put Promise Ring on my list of shit that people ruined for me that I never really gave a chance. So I'll give that a shot.
I love the Promise Ring big time, and I saw them a bunch. As I detailed on I Fucked Here, I got laid in Louisville off clowning somebody off buying Very Emergency, which was a bad record. And I saw them play a bunch of times, and seeing Promise Ring play live, which next to Chokehold, probably the worst band I've ever seen play live in my life. Like, that was my phone. My girlfriend's texting me.
Oh,
Yeah, really. No, next to Chokehold, probably the worst band I've ever seen live in my life, made me realize that anyone can do this bullshit. See Hey Mercedes, see like Later Braid, like all that shit that's not very good. You could do it much better. So I would urge you to like see like, you know, the End of Year Warm demo, for example. Anyone can do that shit. Although that was the fucking best demo to ever fucking come out of Albany ever.
we got a question about that demo coming up.
Oh, we do. I know. It's. I had to go back into the memory banks to see who that was, or remember who that was. So what I'm saying is, in a nutshell, what were we talking about?
I honestly, yeah, we, have you ever gambled and lost? We really, we got off the fucking main road
Gambled
there.
and lost on this question because we're talking about the fucking Promise Ring. I guess Promise Ring gambled and lost because they tried to become mainstream, and then no one gave a fuck about them, and then David Von Bohlen got brain cancer. So what the fuck ever.
Which record should I start with on Spotify? I just did like the horse something or whatnot.
I don't know. Look for the song. This is Spanish Church's cover. I can never remember what the fucking name of it is. Though I have to go on Spotify now too. God damn it.
Not bad. Well, in the meantime,
This is Andrew and Hans going on Spotify. We started a Spotify playlist. I have to actually start a Spotify overnight drive Spotify.
Yeah, we got to do that, and I'll
have-
start adding things that work. Because
I realize you have no access to my personal Spotify.
this is correct. I do not.
I was like, why isn't Andrew hiding anything? I don't understand how the internet works. The horse latitudes is a good place to start.
That's the one I got. All right, no, that's
Picture
what we'll go for.
Postcard was the name of the song. That's it. If you want like a quintessential emo song, emo. I'm not talking about like swoopy hair emo. I'm talking about like dudes who dress like they work at a gas station emo. Girls with like black hair or whatever. That's the song. Picture Postcard. Because that was what the song that really did it for me. As far as like emo music goes, and I wouldn't really avoid. This is gonna like make a lot of people fucking turn us off.
Awesome,
but whatever. I would really any Get Up Kids song is fucking awful. Really.
The thing I actually they predate people ruining that shit for me, and it was very bad. So I can thankfully not have to relive the Get Up Kids. I'm good on that because that shit fucking sucked.
Remember when did you go to that show in New York when Drop Dead, or I think either Drop Dead or Monster X played with Braid at ABC No Rio?
I don't think so.
I went to that. That was interesting.
That sounds interesting.
Well, it was interesting because I can't think of a more boring human being than Bob Nana, first of all. Like, let's just put it out there, all right? Motherfuckers they all think they're slick, okay? And first of all, that motherfucker big-timed me in front of Valentine's like 5 years ago, and I asked him about guitar stuff, so fuck you. Okay? First of all, I'm in Hey Mercedes. We're touring in a bus. We're about to make $1 million. Wait, you're not. and you just wasted your fucking because everybody can see through that shit. People are expecting.
How's
fucking,
that advance going?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh God! Well, I remember when Mercedes got signed. They're like, "Oh, I just bought a fucking townhouse in Chicago." Like, okay, dude. Even young stupid Hans was like, "Okay, dude, yeah, you're touring with Show Off right now."
Jesus.
Remember that band or the fuck fucking I don't remember. I don't even remember the bands they were touring with.
Yeah,
but I remember
it was awful. Who gives a shit? You don't remember that stuff.
But I remember they had that first EP, which sounded like Braids. Everybody was stoked on it, and then this became like songwriters all of a sudden. And he's like,
Yeah, I checked out of that shit immediately.
I checked out of the show. And, at the end of the day, everybody's the fucking Firebird band playing in front of 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But I don't know. Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were still in the same question.
Motherfucker. Talking about some emo music. The emo band I like and respect a ton. Not respect. Fuck. I don't really respect bands. Come on. There's a band called Broken Hearts Are Blue that released one album in that era. And it was better than anything Braid ever did. And you should go check it out.
All right, I'll put that on my list.
Yeah, Broken Hearts Are Blue. Andrew, should we let's start that Spotify. If my girlfriend breaks up with me tonight, we should start that Spotify playlist.
All right,
tonight.
sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. I thought it would be kind of funny to have the shortest relationship ever. And I think
you're already gone now. I think you probably lost it. I think the shortest relationship ever is probably 40 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. You killed my dream. I guess I'm gonna have to stay with this girl.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, but April Fool's jokes. I convinced half of Albany that I was touring with Ariel Pink. Which was great.
Somebody asked me about that a few days ago.
Really? That's so good. Did you tell him that I was?
No, honestly, I came clean.
Oh, my God, why?
Yeah, I know. It was a mutual friend, and I told him to keep it down, so...
Why? You should have let it go. That would have been been epic.
It was too funny that it came so far to the blue so quick that I just reacted the wrong way, and he kind of knew. Because there was no way I could put a face where I'm like, yeah, that's pretty interesting.
That was, it was a joke, and it was April Fool's, of course. And I said, I got the tour dates coming up, and Ariel Pink is a dude who takes weirdo, rando people on tour with him as an extended band. So I said, that's perfect. And I thought and it took me about 30 seconds to conjure it up, because I'm like, like I said, last time I called my mom and pretended to be a state trooper, and that was fun, but it didn't have a wide-ranging appeal. So I did it, and I got maybe like 50 likes on Facebook.
You got a huge ripple effect there.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I was gonna cut the cord at like 9:00 on that Monday night, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna let it roll." And I had somebody ask me the other day, "Oh, dude, how's it gonna work with your job and touring?" And I said, I'll make it work. Everybody understands this is a big opportunity for me." I like to be a spoiler, and I like to be a stinker. And if you don't have a fucking sense of humor, unfollow my life. All right, hit the unfollow button on Hans. Okay. I was gonna do another thing. I was gonna do like a fake Pitchfork article about it, and I was gonna do a bunch of other stuff, but I figured I'd just let it marinate because there's still a lot of people in this town who think that I'm actually touring with Ariel Pink.
Yeah, let's see how far that can go.
Oh my God! Ooh. But the thing is, it's gonna be like the Hans Who Cried Wolf because I'm gonna be doing all these pranks and fun. My friend from Pittsburgh, like, wrote me frantically. She's like, "I can't believe this actually happened." And I let her off the hook. I was like, "It's just a fucking April Fool's joke. Are you kidding me?" And she's like, "That really sucks, dude." Somebody locally was like, "I hate you." I was like, "I hate you? Fucking hate?" Like, what? "I hate you, dude. You made me think of something was true and it wasn't."
Wow, Jesus.
Like, look, man. April Fool's is my favorite fucking holiday, and I'm gonna go at it. Pants off, boner out.
I didn't get any April Fool's shit at all this year. Not a one. Didn't fall for anything on the web. Didn't get anything in my real life. Nothing.
I was going to April Fool's you, my friend.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I was going to, I don't know what I was going to do, but I was going to do something terrible. But then I decided I was going to do it to Sean Duty instead.
Oh, very good.
And then I fell asleep. So,
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck. It didn't occur to me until like April 3rd. I'm like, oh, nothing happened. Like nothing. Like I didn't think like fucking Cliff Huxtable died or any shit like that. You know, like I went right through to my day. Like nothing
Margaret,
happened.
yeah. Who was the mutual friend who asked? I need to know.
Kristen Erwitz asked.
Oh, because you know that was burning his shit. Why did they ask me?
Oh man. What else do we got here?
Well, you should have kept it going.
I know. After I reacted, I'm like, I should have let that ride. But
Fucker.
it is what it is. People can't come at me with things that are that weird that quick. I don't have time to put up my face.
Oh, it's so good. I like how you just assumed it was a joke too. You're like, he's never.
Oh,
Andrew is a person who has heard me play guitar more than anyone else in life, and it is a certainty that I could not play for any type of professional organization.
he could be going for something weird, but it's unlikely.
Yeah, no, I don't know any chords, or I don't know what. If somebody says play me an E, I'm like, an open E, that's cool. If somebody says play me a G flat score major, see, I don't even know what the fuck they're called. So, play me a G flat score major, and I think they're calling a football play. Basically, I don't even know what the fuck it is.
All right, go long.
Go long. I always go long, man. I can't help it because I'm a long man. How is the hunt for possible Sean Duty? Oh, somebody asked, how is the hunt for possible Sean Duty dating candidates going? Women, just know that if you gaze too long into the eyes of Sean Duty, you will without a doubt give up that booty. Wow, this person should write copy for us. That's great.
Somebody in the know.
Oh, maybe it's the person who wrote an email to us. Could you please get back to them, Andrew?
Yeah, I'll hit them back tonight.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're good to go. Sean Du is going to be, God, and if he does get late, it's going to have to be like, we're going to have to like film them walking into the room together. This is going to involve somebody traveling to fuck Sean Duty, which is amazing to me. Which is great to me. I mean, it's such a celebration. We should have like a fucking Mardi Gras celebration. It's fucking like a roof party with a mattress on it.
I'll hire the mariachi band I see on the train every day to come and play.
They still play? I love that fucking band. That's so good. I'm so glad.
There's got to be 10 or 12 of them, but this is the... Now, I also found out, this will apply to very few people, but Redemption Song guy in the G Train learned a new song. I saw him and he's playing something that's not Redemption Song. I couldn't believe it.
The worst street musician I've ever met is like trapped in the 90s guitar dude from the Bedford L station who's like, hey, my. It's so
Jesus.
bad. You know who I'm talking about.
Worst guy, though, absolute worst guy, is this in Union Square around rush hour. There's an old man that goes and plays a violin and takes like a kick drum pedal and like kicks it against his wooden suitcase, so it's just like this loud knocking. So really shrill guitar, or a really shrill violin, and really loud knocking, playing the same 4 songs badly over and over again. Like, I wish he would get hit by a train. Like, I really hate... When we go downstairs and I see this old man, I hate him. I've never hated an old man before. He's like Hitler to me. I really hate him.
But he's an old man, dude. He's seasoned. Probably has so many stories about New York.
Oh, it's the worst. He's so bad. I watched a crust punk stop him one day so he could announce that he was selling Gillette razors on the platform to everybody, and everyone got real mad at him, except for me. I'm like, oh, cool. Finally, someone's stepping in and making this old man shut the fuck up.
A crust punk was selling razors?
Yeah, he's selling Gillette cartridges. Gillette cartridges, $7.
New York is a shithole.
I came back from Austin, and I was just really relaxed. And then we went out for Gabri's birthday, and we went to a bar where I watched like a thin, long-haired Asian guy get really into DJing. Except he was DJing he was DJing a song that was like a montage song from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And as that's happening, I turn around and this guy hands me a scotch. It's like a thimble of scotch and goes, "That's $14." And my fucking brain exploded. I was like, why am I here? What the fuck?
Andrew, yeah, it's time, man.
I gotta go. It's
time. All right, your lease is going to be up. You two need to run, man.
I just re-signed my lease.
Oh, God. Really?
You just re-signed my lease.
Fuck. That sucks. That sucks, man. You know, New York is a fierce grind. Even if you make it there, you never really make it.
I need another zero in my paycheck to remain here.
I need another Coke Zero. I'm thirsty.
All right, you do you.
I don't have any. I'm trying to give up soda.
Oh, that's a big
fucking
one.
Nightmare because I love soda so much.
Let's get on that seltzer trip. I got in trouble for telling people not to drink seltzer when they were trying to lose weight. Trey from Death Wish got at me and was overly hostile about seltzer.
Well, he loves seltzer.
He loves seltzer. We talked about
That's good, man.
SodaStream for a couple texts. He's a big wheel down at the SodaStream factory.
Really? Damn.
But this is the same dude. I remember when we were talking about recording a record. I'm on the phone with him, and he's driving while talking, and then suddenly goes, "Motherfucker! God damn it!" Like, oh shit! Did you hit somebody? You want to like call the cops? Like, no, somebody left a fucking shopping cart in the parking space. Oh, man.
Oh.
Okay, why don't you just get out and move the shopping?
I know
So,
that.
yeah.
You told me that story. I remember that was for the first
Yeah,
record. You
so
told me that story, yeah.
homeboy flies off the handle a little bit. I think if memory serves, he threw a chair across the room when we sent him wine blooms, trying to pass it off as a real song.
Such assholes, man. We should have sent them fucking Pleasure Culture too.
Oh,
man.
without a doubt. I found a deep Pleasure Culture cut, something they never made the
No
final
way.
recording. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, holy hell, that's great.
Let's see. What else do we have in the
Okay.
thing here?
Well, how many people were upset that you guys took a week off from offering them free entertainment? It's safe to say 0 human beings were upset.
One guy wrote in a snarky thing, and that was it.
When's the next podcast gonna drop? I love the fact that like a couple people in the world are listening. It's nice, and I love the fact. I love you weirdos out in Taiwan, man. I see you. I see the person in the middle of the ocean near Africa listening to
Oh,
us,
wow.
which I think is probably a pirate. I see you. I see our man in Iran who listens to 10 episodes. I love you. I see the man in the middle of nowhere in Russia. I see you too.
That was the meteor, and I was listening.
That was the meteors listening. I see my woman in South Korea. I see you. I'm giving that. This is the shout out part of the podcast.
All right.
I see all my boys in the UK. I see all the people in the US. Cool, whatever. I see everybody in fucking Japan. The one person who listens to us in Japan. I see you. We have to figure out a way to monetize this because we are inching toward 20,000 listens
It's nice.
a week. I think. No, probably not. And so if you'd like to, we're going to set up a PayPal account to benefit us.
It's just, what do you get if you donate?
Our van fucking threw a tire, and we need to make it to the next show.
Yeah, we're stuck in Allentown, Pennsylvania, because our podcast fucking drew 4 flats.
You won't believe it. I got my guitar stolen. I got my laptop stolen. And we got 4 flat tires. We have to make it to the next show. It's only 12 hours away. Oh my god! I always thought that was. I never toured with a laptop, and I always thought it was like, why would you take an Apple laptop? You take a really expensive laptop on tour with you? Like that's just asking for trouble. It's like people who tour with like orange amps. Like I think about breaking into your fucking van. That's like $2,500 worth of shit. You know, like Jesus Christ.
I always brought way too much shit like that, and I'm always the person that fucking forgets things and like leaves things behind. But never left an iPhone or like a laptop behind, thankfully.
Well, somebody says here that Sean Duty looks like a dad.
This is true.
Somebody said, "What's better than barebacking with steady?" Not much is better. I think that's just the peace of mind. It's nice. Part of the reason why I got tested, so I can eventually enjoy that bareback.
Maybe like a banana split.
A banana split,
Like a good, well-made banana split. Like no cheapo shit.
Oh, with like artisanal, like hot fudge.
Yeah, something
Like
that
the
they had to
good
fly
stuff.
in from.
All right, fine, fuck it. Eating a banana split is way better than barebacking
You know what?
with a steady.
Good mole sauce. Like really good. Like somebody's grandmother made it, and it took her 14 hours, and she's got arthritis, so her hands are all fucked up, but she made it anyway. That shit's good.
It's really good. What else is better than barebacking with a steady? Getting into your car after it's been detailed. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's really nice. Finally pissing after not being able to piss for a really long time. Like you have like a bladder the size of a basketball, and you're like, oh my god. You like consider pissing your pants.
That's me every day.
Yeah,
Because I try and drink a gallon of water every day. So every day at 5 o'clock, I'm like, fuck. Where's this fucking train? I'm like thinking about pissing in an alley. There's no alleys.
Oh yeah, I used every day, every evening after I closed Kim's up, waiting for the L on 1st and 14th.
Fucking worst.
I would I would piss like off the platform, facing away from everybody. Because it's like, that's that New York thing. It's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna call a transit cop on me? Really? Prove it. Just piss. It's like water. I'm pissing into the rat-infested water.
I'm surprised you didn't hit the third rail though. That shit's scary.
No, man, I'm not worried about the third rail. You gotta. Some things you just gotta take chances on.
Right, fair enough.
Some people bareback. Some people piss on the third rail.
All right, yeah.
But I would piss. Like I would go to like the part where you walk down, like the fucking Warriors part of.
Oh
the
yeah,
subway,
you gotta do that.
And I would just face away from everybody and piss and turn around like what?
What I like now is they're finding dead people in the tunnels. Like it's happened twice, I think, this year alone, where they're like, "There's a dead person down here that they might have been hit by a train, but we can't really find her purse or her phone or anything." Like they're just finding people down there, just fucking like they ate it. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, here's another question, Hans. Have you ever regretted your decision to quit end of a year? Well, I mean, I held on for a little while. And I quit when, I don't know, I guess, regret. I wrote a fucking ton of good songs and saw the world, so no. It's better than 90% of anybody in a band could ever ask for.
You got the fun shit. Like, it's been like work since then. It's like I wouldn't say it's not fun, because when things aren't fun, I don't do them anymore, but it's, like definitely a different atmosphere.
Oh, really? So, what are you saying, Andrew? That the fun left when I left? Is that what you're saying, Andrew?
I don't know.
Come on, Sean Duty doesn't tell jokes. He fucking crack wise once in a while.
It's
man.
exciting. Most of my role at this point, since I'm always like working and fucking running around, I'm never around for practice and shit, is these guys sit around and write songs, and I walk in and I'm like, no, that sucks.
Yeah.
I can do that different. That sucks. And I walk away.
I love that, man. You're like the prime minister. You just show up once in a while. You're like, yeah, that's not good.
I'm like, nope.
Do they bum out or what?
Yeah, probably.
That's good. Yeah. Well, good. It's good to. I'm glad that the draconian end of year editorial process is still in place.
What else? We got another one here from.
It's another. Is that Hans with the hot water music segue backing Vox?
I think he was trying to say esque, maybe.
Oh my God! I'm not going to go on my grammar rant. Is that Henry Haller? Love you, Henry Haller. Is that Hans with the hot water music-esque backing vocals on The Birthplace of Plastic? No, that is a person named Brian Milbauer, who was. This predates Andrew, so we recorded that at Dead Air Studios with Will Killingsworth. Still active. He was in the band The Orchid, and recorded with him. Brian Milbauer was in a band called Gunslinger. He has since relocated to the Newburgh area, I think. They were from Carmel, New York. I don't know what he does now. I saw on Facebook he got married. Good for you. He wanted to do like completely crucial screamo vocals over the end of it. Fine. Well, at the time we were like, sure, because we didn't really know what was going on. So we did. That's the story. And then he asked us for $1,000 in residuals after the demo came out.
Get the fuck out.
Just kidding.
Okay.
No, he didn't. So, yeah, that was it. Makes me want to listen to that demo. Makes me want to like remaster it in my headphones right now.
Here's a weird one. What's the best style of interior design?
Rococo, of course.
I don't even know what that is.
Look it up. Rococo. Rococo is also referred to as late Baroque. It's an 18th century artistic movement, which includes painting, sculpture, but also interior design. Rococo was developed in the early part of the 18th century.
This is pretty wild ass.
Developed in the early part of the 18th century in Paris, and it was generally viewed as a reaction against grandeur and like the grandeur and strict regulations of the Baroque, which is a fine example of Baroque architecture is the Palace of Versailles. But Rococo artists, it became more of a movement, and they opted for a more graceful and kind of jocular approach to Baroque art and architecture, and it became more of a new I'm just reading the Wikipedia entry. I'm not that smart.
Like, oh, it's weird. What I'm reading is exactly what I'm hearing right now.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm glad you looked that up too. Now, Rococo is fucking cool, and it's gaudy. And if you have $1 million in the bank, get your shit done in Rococo, because everything else is stupid. Actually, my favorite form of interior design is like overturned milk crate, night table, mattress on the floor with dirty clothes spread around it.
I think coffee table that's covered in like weed scuzz is that's my favorite style.
Really good. I like table in the hallway full of unopened mail. It's my favorite. Impossible mountain of shoes you don't wear anymore near the front door.
That's my current style right now.
Yeah, really good. We could go into Punk House. A perpetually dirty countertop.
That is always a classic. That's a little overdone these days, I think.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Moldy bathroom with optional heat and massage. My favorite one. Yeah, I mean,
bathroom with
whatever.
exposed wiring. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Just listen to the Death Wish podcast where Patrick interviews the dude from Touche Amore. Much snickering occurred at my cubicle. I feel you on the cubicle part. You all need to have that dude on overnight drive. I don't know who that dude is.
I don't know who he means. I don't know.
The dude
if he's
from
talking
Touche
about Patrick,
Amore.
probably not going to happen. And if he's talking about the guy from Touche Amore, probably even more so not going to happen.
Oh, come on. Patrick won't do the podcast.
I've never asked him. Maybe he will.
It would be fun. I think he would not know what to say. But it would be interesting nonetheless. And it would be nice to see him. I haven't seen him in like 3 years.
We'll see. He's on the East Coast for a minute. Maybe we'll get him in here.
Dude from Touche Amore, you know what? There's been an influx, and I think we're responsible because we're clearly the best podcast going. There's been a podcast of like cute hardcore podcasts. There's been like an influx of like cute hardcore podcasts.
Is that
like,
right?
Oh, I'm going to interview this guy, and we're going to talk about stuff, and we're going to joke around a little. It's going to be great. And it's like, nah, man, you're kind of missing it. If you're trying to be like us,
I never even noticed. I'll have to.
I haven't really noticed either.
I guess maybe I should dig into that, or maybe not. I don't know.
No. I haven't really noticed either. I'm just being a dickhead.
Let's say,
but
this should be fun. On what planet is the evil empire interesting? Pretty easy to win when you have more money than God.
Oh, is that from Tiger's Guy?
This is probably Tiger's Guy.
Oh, Tiger's Guy. You know, I undressed you on the Tumblr this week. Because he's like, well, he's talking, I don't even know what he's saying. Joey have Justin Verlander and like, Don Cabrera or whatever the fuck his name is. Look, money. Cabrera is a fucking alcoholic. He needs, you know how you have that thing where you blow into your breathalyzer in order to have your car start? He has one in his car, but you have to be drunk in order to have your car start. Okay?
He's going to the batting cage.
He has 7 DWIs in 2 different countries. Okay,
I
don't want
right?
to hear about. I don't want to hear about. Justin Verlander looks like Mr. Ed. Okay, Google it. Mr. Ed is a talking horse, and he looks like John Elway with those fucking teeth. Okay, pal.
I liked in this past game when Justin Verlander and go ahead. Oh, sorry. When Justin Verlander and Kevin Youkilis got into like a little fucking kerfuffle at second base, like way to hick this whole place up, like way to fucking like really like poor person this place up.
Justin, like the Tigers are like the biggest fucking call a cop team ever. It's like call a cop. All right, you've won 4 World Series in your entire life. The last one being in 1984. Your most famous player is Ty Cobb, a man who slapped a black elevator operator for being quote uppity. Okay, and that's it. Who else do you have? Oh, you had Kirk Gibson, but you let him go, and he wanted to be a complete legend after the Tigers. You are a team that is in a city that is decrepit. A national punchline, most famous for RoboCop and Barry Sanders. No joke. It's where cars used to be made. I bet you're not even from Detroit, so why do you care?
Let's also, I want to address this as well. This whole thing where, like, if you have enough money, you can win anything. What?
I love that.
Like, I don't understand. Like, what is somebody fucking, are we paying off the opposing pitcher? I don't understand. Like, I'm fucking slip this dude $1,500?
It's the profitable tire shop argument. I opened a tire shop in 1902. Okay. Over time, I built the greatest tire shop ever. I have more money than any other tire shops. And there's 32 other tire shops or 64 other tire shops or whatever. I just happen to be better than all of them. Even when I have a down year, I still do better than all of them. I may not always make the grade. I may not win the business awards, but I'm always a pretty good franchise. I'm a pretty good company. Should I somehow fuck with that? Should I somehow fuck with that ever? No.
Let's also be honest. Fucking dude from Detroit and people from the Midwest, like Royals and shit.
Fuck.
Our tire shop
teams?
is keeping your fucking tire shop's lights on,
no
dude.
shit.
Like, I don't have to sit down and explain the mechanics of profit sharing, but thank Christ that we have enough people fucking turning the turnstiles here.
Yeah,
You're
seriously.
a really boring league otherwise if it's just us and the Red Sox and the Rays once every 4 years playing a fucking baseball game.
Exactly. Yeah, Marlins, we're floating you 100%. I don't know what to tell you. I don't really care that much about baseball, but when people say this about the team I like, I get cheesed off. My favorite football team is owned by Microsoft, so suck my dick. What are you gonna do?
You guys got a new backup quarterback.
Oh, good old the iconic stalwart journeyman veteran Brady Quinn. Speaking of Rust Belt decrepit towns, he was formerly of the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs, as well as the Denver Broncos. But we have him as a $1 million insurance policy. I can't even say it with a straight face. We have him as $1 million insurance policy against injury. I am psyched. I hope we sign Antoine Winfield. I hope by the time people listen to this, Antoine Winfield is signed. Because Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. He is a great player and certainly a welcome addition to the Seahawks franchise. I wish I was the coach of the Seahawks.
Yeah, keep sending in resumes.
Makes me upset. I got a reply back from my resume.
Oh, is that right?
I did. Did I tell you about that?
I didn't. I know you got the stock reply. Did you actually get a legit
No,
reply?
I just got a stock reply.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm a state worker for life, man. I love this job so much. I do. I like making bread. I like making paper. Nope, don't be too fucking proud. Just make some money. Shut up. You work at Subway, you're still making paper. Well, you are literally making bread.
Yeah, actually, maybe not the best way to go with that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got a bunch of these fucking. All right, Andrew, what's a good perfume or cologne for men? Thanks. I don't know.
Yeah. Burberry Touch.
Save up money and get green Irish tweed.
Sounds good.
It's actually really good. If you have some money floating around, you don't feel like going out drinking for a few days, you can save it up and get it. It's well worth it.
Sweet.
Should episode 7 follow the continuity of the current EU? I don't know what that is. I assume this is a Star Wars question. I don't know what EU is supposed to mean.
European Union.
European Union? All right, so that's...
Should episode VII 8, 5, 6, 7.
Seven?
That's
seven.
7.
Yep.
Okay, a person from 3 months ago. We have... I don't know. My head hurts, man.
That's when people... Come on, man. There's no way you're this young. When I see people who are grown men get really wrapped up on Star Wars shit, my penis inverts. I can't be around it. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, nightmare scenario. Hey, Andrew, you've mentioned you're a vegetarian. Do the vegan members of Self-Defense Family ever clown on you about it?
They don't, because I am not a vegetarian. I will eat whatever you put in front of me, more or less.
Perfect.
I don't eat seafood, but Gabrielle may have sea urchin in Austin at a really good sushi restaurant. It was all right.
There is a dirty joke looming that I will not tell.
But no one clowns me about it. I don't clown them about being vegan. It just doesn't make a difference to me. I had the ability to spend a weekend with these guys and not have to have a porterhouse steak to like make a fucking like a personal point. It doesn't make a difference to me.
Or conversely, an intense discussion about veganism.
Yeah, don't care. It doesn't make a difference. So that's all good.
Okay, let's answer a couple more.
What else do we got here?
Somebody really wants us. Hans, have you ever considered starting a band where you play just EDM, electronic dance music versions of your end of year songs? I would follow that band on tour in the same vein of following the Dead. Well, it's a good idea, but no, I've never thought about that.
That's a shame.
I probably could. I'd have to go back and listen to those songs because my memory is... Sadly, my memory is starting to fade. I have to go back and actually listen to those songs and figure out how to play them again for my bootleg fake end-of-a-year tour that I'm brewing up.
It's being concocted currently.
It is. I'm enlisting Sean Duty, Patrick, you, and Eric Busta impersonators to tour all the way across Europe and make $70 US.
That sounds pretty good.
Sounds really good.
Really good use of time.
Play Switzerland, play like France. We'll be good.
What else we got here? Here's one. Doesn't Gabri have a friend for Sean Duty? No. Gabri and her friends,
man.
Gabri and her friends are like the Heathers. It's I feel like they would pass through Sean Duty if they walked on the street. They wouldn't walk around and they would just kind of ethereally pass through him.
Nah, man. I think Sean Duty might have wrote that. Maybe he has an eye on one of Gabri's friends.
It's possible.
What about that girl you met? What about that one girl? What is her name? I think she's rather attractive.
That would actually be a really fun thing to get, go to, or have a party where it's just, attractive women and then have Sean Duty be there. Just have him, be in the corner and be drinking his own bottle of rye.
I always say this. The next logical step is for us to take this to video. I need to go down to New York, once a month. And we just need to keep doing these scenarios with Sean Duty, Sean Duty at a party with a bunch of hot women, and he's just he's wearing a tight Gang of Four shirt and cuffed jeans. And, yeah.
I'm glad you dressed up for the party.
Love him. He's gonna be so butthurt. He's gonna be butthurt when he listens to that.
I'm not doing it anymore.
I'm not doing it anymore. You have to talk me down off the ledge.
Oh, this is a good one. This is actually a good idea. Hans, when is your autobiography, The Cool Punk Girl's Weird Roommate, coming out?
It'll be out on Penguin Books in 2014.
That's actually a tremendous idea. You should start writing that right now.
I really should. I don't do a lot with my free time, so I should start writing my autobiography. Maybe someone will want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
I should capitalize on my fame and success that I garnered when I was a member of End of a Year and turn it into cold, hard money so I can peel out. I can put bleach on the ground and peel my fucking Ferrari in front of everybody. But wouldn't it be funny if I showed up to a show in a fucking Ferrari? That'd be so cool.
That'd be fantastic.
That'd be so funny for 5 minutes.
Just sat out there and just constantly gunned the engine. Never go in.
It'd be so cool. And then, the trick, you put bleach on the ground, you spin your tires, and that shit smokes like hell.
Is that right?
It saves your tires. It's a chemical reaction. It starts
Interesting.
on fire. Yeah. It's so cool. It smells terrible. They used to do that in Lake George at the Americade, where motorcycles would peel out. And then somebody got in a shootout with the sheriff's deputy, and the guy shot him off his motorcycle.
Holy shit.
And then they didn't do that anymore.
Is Americade still going on out there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, going strong. Going strong. If you want to see old bikers dance drunk and you want to see leathery boobs, you can go to Americade all day. One. It's like redneck Woodstock. It's perfect.
Here's something related. Hans, being an upstate kid, do you have any zany Lake George stories?
Oh, one time we were so into being straight edge that we handed out 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper that said straight edge XXX on them.
What?
Yes, it's true. It's true. That's what we did. Then we hung them up, and we hung them up in front of the Subway restaurant, and we had to pass them out. And we passed them out in oh god, this is more embarrassing than any sex story I've ever told. We passed them out. We passed them out in front of the Silver Mine, which was a like an alternative lifestyle, like they sold like weed pipes and shit, and like Rage Against the Machine T-shirts and stuff, and like, yeah, and then we handed them out there, and we got into like street discussions with people about about the benefits of being straight.
I'm really hoping this is during vacation season, so these are just like people coming up from Westchester.
Like thousands of people walking around. And they're like, "Here you go, man. Here's the good word about straight edge." Like we're a fucking cult or something.
Jesus Christ.
Really good. No, we were. I'd like to say we were young and naive, but we were all old enough to know, definitely. And it was just one of those things, man. I had a shaved head and I had like a goatee, and I was really fat. And I was one to talk about like, hey, you should take care of your body by not doing drugs. Meanwhile, I'm like pounding like a fucking cheeseburger sub beforehand, Pretty good.
I used to do that same shit though. I used to, make the anti-TED flyers and shit for like promote do-it-yourself basement shows. Like that's something worth fucking promoting.
Why would you go to a show like that when you can go to a basement show? And it's like
it's not
like,
real.
It's like free or cheap. I remember somebody having a discussion that he wouldn't go down on his girlfriend because that wasn't vegan.
Whoa, really?
I remember that.
Wow, holy
that was like
shit.
a hardcore discussion when people were like, "Vegan, man? Oh, I'd never go down on my girl. It's not vegan because you're ingesting the body fluids of another living being."
All right.
Like, so I feel really bad for her.
No, man, you got some shit going on there.
Sometimes
Holy
that's like
fuck.
usually that's the only way a girl really gets off.
God, wow.
Yeah. Somebody said that they ate the pussy until they burped last night.
Oh, God bless.
So did I.
Oh, there you go. God bless again.
It's great. Dynamite.
This just came in. X-ray specs or naked ray gun. I didn't know these two were, I didn't realize this was a competition. I never listened to naked ray gun. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. So
Naked
I guess
ray-
X-ray specs by default.
Yeah. That's a hard question, man. I don't know. Gang of Four.
Gang of Four.
Better than both of them. Here's a heavy question for everybody. 2 years ago, I started going out with a girl. We went out for 9 months, and then...
You gotta let it go.
I gotta let it go, man. The dickhead English teacher in me is like, "Ugh," and then she broke up with me for some unexplainable reason. Lowercase e. Every 2 months or so, she comes back, and we talk and hang out, all one word, for about a week, and then she disappears again. We both are very much in love. Sure you are. Absolutely sounds like fucking flowers and love. Sounds like a great time. She comes back to me for some unexplainable reason. We're both very much in love. Wow. There's a clue number one. But she thinks it's bad that she feels like she needs me. Okay, probably an astute observation. Mm-hmm. I'm getting frustrated and want her to stop being a pussy and just come back for good. High five for that. That you actually made me legitimately laugh. Any ideas on how to do so? It would take a half-hour hard talk. Because everybody has talks. Mm-hmm. Like, let's have a state of the relationship talk. You have to have a hard talk with her.
This is best done in a parked car.
I was just going to say that. In a fucking car. Get her in that car like you guys are going to hang and you just pull over and you're like, look, it's been 2 years. Are you for real or are you a fantasy? And you need to answer me truthfully now. Or else, not even or else, just you need to answer me truthfully now so that both of us can get on with our fucking lives. Are we together, legitimately together, or not? Can you tell I've had this discussion before?
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts on this are just to change your phone number. Just fucking get this shit all out of the way.
You know what? Or that. Is it like, is she amazing? Is she really good to you? Or are you like, have you not found anybody else? You went out for 9 months. And she broke up with you for no reason that she still hasn't explained. Okay? This was 2 years ago, motherfucker. What are you doing? What have you done in these past 2 years beside ignore everyone else you could have been dating in the time in that time? I would say much like when you don't wash your sheets, you never are comfortable in bed after a while. I would say you need to change the linen.
Yeah.
You need to do me a favor. When you tonight, whatever, I am imagining you ride a bike and you live in a punk house. Clean your room to a insane degree, to the point where you feel like you're your own man again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want you to go out and buy a crisp, nice new pair of shoes. Feel good about yourself. Buy a meal that you love and eat it by yourself. After you finish that meal, text her exactly how you feel with a strong leaning toward peace out. Okay? Send that text and feel really good about it and see what she says. You will eventually meet up. Then you'll say, look, I love you, but I gotta leave you. And you're taking advantage of my fucking kindness here, and you make me feel like really stupid, and I'm way too good for that. So peace, and you will forever wonder what could have been. And you ride off into the sunset like John Wayne. Go home, eat an Elio's pizza, have a wank, and go to bed.
Yeah. I mean, the way I would approach this is actually I would do that same thing, but I would get in that fucking green pipe and take the warp zone to World 8 and just be like, peace. And then don't even worry about things that should have been, because when you reopen those doors down the line, like, have you ever been with somebody and, you know, they're gone for a minute, and then they come back into your life? That's, whoa, like... That shit is never... Well, maybe not never, but I would say 9 times out of 10, that's a bad look. Like, you never go back and you're like, oh, man, so you're a millionaire now, right? Yeah. Like, no, it's never like that. It's not like that at all.
So you finally got your teaching degree, and you're a teacher now, and you're living a successful life. No. Oh, you're still working at the fucking piercer, you know?
Yeah. Take the warp zone, fucking text this girl and be like, listen, I'm out. It's been real. I'm gonna clean my room and I'm gonna watch Pedro Zamora on The Real World.
Now look, we're not coming at you with some bitter talk right now, because I know it might sound like some bitter old dudes being like, get fucked around by girls. Andrew and I have been put to the ringer by women, but we come to you from a point of wisdom where this situation will never get better, because you've given her carte blanche to step all over you, motherfucker. It's too late.
Yeah,
it's too late.
I did that shit in the past. Fucking forget it. Warp zone.
Warp zone. Too late.
In fact, homework assignment for everyone listening this week: warp zone some shit in your life.
Yeah.
Just fucking you got too much stuff on the table. Warp zone it.
And also homework. Fucking buy deodorant. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is that for you or what?
No, everybody.
I just got new deodorant. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I wear Mitchum Power Gel.
Oh wow, that shit's gonna kill you.
No, it's not. Oh, you probably think fracking's bad for the environment too. Jesus, bring it on.
I don't think I know enough about fracking to make a judgment on that.
I don't give a shit. Whatever keeps those fucking dudes who wear overalls in business, that's cool. Whatever. Taking a new leaf, man. Taking a new weed leaf.
All right, so homework for this week. Fucking warp zone it, and then write in and tell us what you warped zone, and we're gonna review each of your individual warp zones.
Yes, warp zone, grow backbone, enjoy life.
Yeah, and get those new shoes.
I bought a new pair of shoes. It was great. I mean, they're a new pair of Vans because I'm a child, but I still bought them, and they were great.
I found a pair of shoes in Austin that were so sick. Like, really, really sick. And I'm at a thrift store where they're severely underpriced. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, this can't be right. This is impossible. Mm-hmm. So Gabri's still looking at clothes. And I'm like, no, this is it. And I started to walk around with them. And I started to feel weird. Like the guy knew I was, like thinking on something. So I'm like, I'm just going to get these. And I go up to the counter and I'm like, hi, sir, how are you? I pay him like criminally under what these shoes are worth. Like... criminally to the point where like you can just add a 0 onto what I paid and still be like not even really in the ballpark. And walked them out to the car, and yeah, I'm very excited with them. But yeah, I had to get them out of the store before the guy was like, oh, those aren't actually for sale right now.
Nope.
But
awesome.
So yeah, buy a new pair of shoes.
Buy a new pair of shoes.
All right.
Hey, if you could have sex, real quick, last one, because this is such a pressing, crucial question. If you could have sex with any woman or man, Who would it be?
Didn't we just do this one? I feel like we did this one not that long ago. Didn't we land on... Fuck, I don't know.
I think we did. I think the same person asks us this question every other week. I don't remember what my answer was, so I'll come up with a different one. I'm trying to think of her name. The friend from the television show Good Times. Willona. Remember that show?
I can't picture who you mean.
Okay, I'll come up with a more. I'll come up with a not 40-year-old reference.
Yeah, all my references are gonna be like alive or dead. Does that matter?
I think it matters right now because it doesn't say alive or dead. So it's if I can have sex with any woman or man currently, who would
Currently.
That's a tough one, especially since I'm a taken man.
Oh.
Fuck. I don't know, man. The girl who fucking wrote Sean Duty.
Robert Wagner.
You would fuck Robert Wagner?
I think he's the glowing halcyon fucking level of what I'm looking for in a man.
Oh shit! You went on that man tip. Damn, you would fuck Robert Wagner? He was good. He was good in Heart to Heart. He looked good as hell. I don't know what he looks like now, but
his performance in Austin Powers 3 was was first rate.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll fuck Weird Al.
Problem solved.
Perfect. I know, because he's talented and he's like tall, so he probably has a big one. And that's why I mean, I'm usually the only men I'm ever attracted to are black men. Like guys who look like Tupac, like real thuggy.
Well,
like guys who look like Ice Cube.
Weird Al's he kind of reminds me of Tupac a little bit.
I would make him. I would sleep with him. I would probably just like do light stuff. I would probably just mess around with him. But I would really want to play the song "Dare to Be Stupid" with him. That would be awesome.
Do you think he'd be bummed you're only doing light stuff? You're not really going for the gold?
I mean, I don't really know him, and he's not really my type. And it'd be kind of like a. I mean, we'll see how it goes. You know, I mean, maybe he has really strong hands.
Yeah, he might be very gentle.
Yeah, maybe he's. I don't. For men stuff, I want rough stuff. If I'm with a man.
Okay.
Because I really want to feel punished for what I'm doing.
So you'd like to be with Weird Al, but you'd like him to hold a loaded gun to your head while he's using you.
No, that's like B9 shit. Again, no, I'd be like, no, because one time they had like a thing. It was like, would you ever fuck with holding a knife to somebody's throat? Like,
Jesus Christ, what a psycho!
Yeah, the bored motherfuckers out there, man. I'm gonna hold a gun to your head. It's gonna be so erotic.
Oh,
like,
God.
No, you're just gonna. I mean, if you were having an out of body experience and you look down on the fucking, mattress on the floor you're doing it on, you just look stupid. So, no, I would probably prefer to be like tossed around, whatever. We're getting way. No, this isn't about me. This is about you, man. You and fucking Robert Wagner.
My bad.
Yeah, come on, man. Are we gonna do one? We want to do one last question?
We'll do one last one.
All right, you choose because I've been yammering.
I turned my iPad off. Give me 1 second here.
Okay. Well, I'll just take it then.
All right.
Just take it.
I'll pass to you.
Okay, pass the torch to me. Fuck Tigers guy yet again. Well, now, who are some of the? Actually, no. I want to read the. There you go. Is it possible to be a remotely quote-unquote successful band in terms of having any level of real recognition, playing decent-sized clubs or more, and still not totally compromise in other areas?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. Otherwise, I would maybe do it. Although probably not, because it seems like such a fucking hassle.
Once you get say you. I mean, if we were still in the band, and we cut a song that dropped hard, that would fuck our lives up.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta quit my job now to tour for 3 months off a fucking song that everybody's gonna forget.
There's a guy I work with who makes a fuck ton of money through music, like a metric fuck ton of money.
Wow.
His life seems like a nightmare to me. When I'm in his office and I'm overhearing shit that needs to be done and what his life seems fucking awful.
Does he sell Sublime bootleg CDs?
Yes, he does. Weird that you picked that up.
Weird. Yeah.
Knocked my headphones out of this thing.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think that's the point. I mean, I know everybody now. Oh, these dudes. Everybody wants to be in the fucking band.
Everyone wants to make it. I need people to like what I do. Man,
everybody wants that Tumblr gif, man. Everybody wants it. I understand.
Like I don't give a shit who likes what I do. I'm doing it one way or the other. It's nice if you want to give me money to do it, but it's not like I'm gonna stop if you don't.
And at the end of the day, even if you're moderately successful, you're just like Tiger's Jaw, where people are sad for one day, and that's it.
Yeah, it's I
literally like that was because having partied with those dudes, met those dudes and girl, awesome people, great band, but people really just cared for a day, and they were together for like 8 years or 6 years. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you are not even an epitaph. You're not even. There's not even a headstone for you. You were scattered in your band breaks up. You were scattered into the ocean in front of a couple of friends. Mm-hmm. And then people are like, "Oh, that band was great." And then you can always cash in on that fucking reunion joint. You know, that's it. I think Tiger's Jaw made a crucial error by continuing to tour, because you're really cutting down on that reunion money. You know what I mean?
No, we'll see what happens. I don't know who knows what they've got in mind. I actually haven't talked to any of those guys since then.
Nah, you should totally join. They're looking for a few good men to play their songs. Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, I should be like, yo, I played with you guys a couple times. Let me grab the guitar. Hold on, I can do those vocal parts. I saw water, man. Check out, yeah, I saw your belly. Remember that fucking shit, man? I got that down pat. They thought we were Steppenwolf when we toured with them, man. That was great, man.
Send them that email tonight.
Oh, remember I had the dirty porn, the porn stories book at the merch table. And
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, they lost their cap over that. They're like, because it was like awesome. It was like forbidden letters, or like, because I read that. I mean, I read it as a joke, but at the merch table, I'd read it and I'd get hot, you know, because some of the stories are hot.
I was thinking how many times that book changed hands on that.
It was so good. We kept putting it on there. So as we kept, after a band would play, or like while they were playing, we put that shit right on the merch table. The forbidden fucking stories, right? But those motherfuckers they were like took the book and threw it. They're like real uptight, fucking youngsters.
Man.
Look. You need to know a couple of things. If you're touring with the big boys, you need to read some dirty stories.
I remember when I think it became a thing and we put it on the dashboard of the car and then just locked up and left. Oh, man.
Really
I wish
amazing.
that book was still around.
No, it was really hot. It was probably somewhere. It was really hot.
Fuck.
100%. Anyway.
All right. Well, let's...
Been an enlightening podcast.
Yeah.
It's been. I'm really glad that we all were able to get together again.
Yeah, we're back in the saddle.
If we ruffled any feathers, tough titty. Is what I say. Next week I will give another relationship update where no doubt I will have sabotage / fucked it up.
Excellent.
So that's always good. So yeah.
I have no other vacations planned, so we should be back next week.
And that's the Sean Duty dating game for episode 20 is looming. Mm-hmm. It is. We need one more woman.
One more. Come on, even more. 2 more. If you want to do 4 people, we'll fuck the rules up. Just get at us.
One more hot, sensual babe to get at, get on, and get over Sean Duty. But realize that if you choose to be with him, it's one or the other. You either got to give our man a 100% true love, or you got to rock him. There's no half and half. There's no getting coffee and getting to know each other. All right? No pressure or anything. There's no getting coffee. There's no like, oh, let's go to MoMA together or some dumb shit. You got to rock him, or you got to jock him.
I want whoever Sean Duty selects in the dating game, I want Sean Duty to set up the date.
Okay,
I want Sean Duty to be responsible for the entertainment portion of this. I'm so excited for that part of it. What did you and Sean Duty do?
Nice,
oh, really? Chipotle.
Amazing. You know, if we keep ragging on him, he's not going to want to do this.
Oh, I know. I'm already convinced he's not, so that'll be a lot of fun. But I've got a long history of talking him into doing shit he doesn't want to do.
Awesome. Like joining it.
Like joining every year.
Perfect. I don't really know. 5 days later, he's in Minnesota. I don't know what's going on here.
All right. You can get us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/overnight drive.
Oh, yeah.
Twitter, overnight_drive. I planned to tweet this week, and I didn't, so I don't follow that shit at your own risk. And overnightdrive.com, where you can go to overnightdrive.com/ask if you want to ask a question, or if you want to update us on your homework and what you fucking warp zoned.
Oh, hell yeah.
And, that's about it. We'll be back next week. You got anything you want to plug?
I've got ifuckedhere.tumblr.com. Falling off a little bit, but the submissions have been good. I'm gonna get them up pretty soon. YouLookSad.com. It's a compendium of mild strangeness. That's about it. I'm I still have things in my lungs from having double pneumonia. That's what I have to report. Still coughing.
I got a question about if I was still doing a menswear blog. The answer is yeah, I think so. A friend of ours got at me about doing something together, and I think I think we'll end up doing that. We got a lot of balls in the air right now, man. Fucking, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Balls in the air. Awesome.
Me and Robert Wagner got a lot of shit we got to get done first. You don't get these experiences every day where you have a legitimate superstar, an Adonis, fucking come to you in this way.
Wow. Legitimate superstar.
Legitimate superstar, Robert Wagner. Legitimate superstar, Adonis, probably murderer. Like, fucking awesome.
Oh, that's right. He kicked...
He 100% killed Natalie Wood.
He killed Natalie
Wood.
Like
100%.
Right.
Yeah. Like, no question. In fact, when me and Robert and Wagner are at Chipotle tonight, we'll... I'm gonna sit down and be like, listen, between you and me and this fantastic fucking goat burrito... why don't you walk me through what happened
awesome.
that night? And get Christopher Walken on the horn.
I will be touring with the extended Ariel Pink tour starting May 15th. We will be on a tour last month, ending in Corona, California.
This sounds great.
See you guys there. I'll be playing multi-instrumentalist. I'll be playing keyboard, guitar, also some percussion, and...
It was amazing that you picked up a steel drum as fast as you did.
I did. Hopefully I'll be drinking and fucking my way across the United States. Much like we did in earlier times. Because we were swashbucklers. I tell you what, we'd eat cake and go to bed. That was it. All right, guys.
All right. See you next week. Hit the warp zone.
Boom.
All right. Cue the music.